Have you ever watched a dry leaf fall into a river? It spins, it dips, and it rushes wherever the water takes it. If the current turns left, the leaf goes left. If the water crashes against a rock, the leaf crashes too. The leaf has no say in its journey. It is entirely at the mercy of the river. My friend, I want you to ask yourself a difficult question today. Are you the swimmer, or are you the leaf? So often, we move through our days on autopilot. We wake up, we check our phones, we react to emails, we react to other people's moods, and we react to the demands of society. We treat our time as if it were infinite, assuming that we can always start really living tomorrow. But living with intent isn't something you save for the future. It is the only way to truly inhabit the present. When I was a young novice, I struggled deeply with this. I felt like life was happening to me rather than for me. I went to my teacher, frustrated, and told him that the distractions of the monastery, the chores, the visitors, the noise, were keeping me from my purpose. He took me to a small wooden boat tied to the dock of our lake. He handed me a single oar and said, "Row to the other side." I began to row, but I only rowed on the right side. Naturally, the boat spun in circles. I rowed harder, sweating and panting, but the boat just spun faster. He laughed gently and said, "Speed is not direction. Effort is not intent." He placed his hand on mine and showed me how to switch sides left, then right, adjusting to the wind. He told me, to lead your life, you must stop looking at the storm and start looking at your hands. You cannot control the wind, but you must grip the oar with intention. Leading your life with intent means realizing that while you cannot control what happens to you, you have absolute authority over how you receive it. You might be thinking, but I am not a monk. I have a job, bills, and stress. How can I live with intent when I am so busy? The secret lies in the pause. Between every stimulus and every response, there is a tiny space. Someone insults you? There is a space before you get angry. You feel the urge to scroll on your phone? There is a space before you unlock the screen. Intent lives in that space. Leading your life with intent doesn't mean you must meditate for hours. It means that before you walk into a meeting, you take 3 seconds to ask, what energy do I want to bring into this room? Before you speak to your spouse after a long day, you pause and ask, am I speaking from love, or am I speaking from exhaustion? When you connect your actions to your values, the mundane becomes magical. Washing the dishes is no longer a chore. It becomes an act of caring for your home. Working on a difficult project is no longer a burden. It becomes an exercise in discipline and contribution. If you do not fill your day with intention, the world will fill it with distraction. That is the law of nature. A garden that is not planted with flowers will eventually be filled with weeds. You are the architect of your own existence. Do not hand the blueprints over to fear or laziness or the expectations of others. Reclaim that power. Wake up tomorrow and decide not just what you have to do, but how you wish to do it. Remember the leaf in the river? It eventually decays and sinks. But the swimmer, even against the strongest current, the swimmer builds strength. I hope this message helps you find your oar and steady your boat. If you found value in this reflection, please consider subscribing to our community. It helps us share this peace with more souls who need it. And tell me in the comments, What is one intention you are setting for this week? I would love to read them. Be well, my friends. Lead with your heart